What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Shiba Inu's price is giving us a little bit of weird price movement, leaving a lot of Shib investors wondering what in the world is going on. And so today I want to try to explain to you exactly what I'm seeing, why I think it's actually a very good thing, and why we could see some rather explosive moves from Shib very soon. So with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Don't forget, my friends, if you do want to do a little trading yourself on Bitcoin, Pepe, Sui, Sol, and many more, on all the way up to 500x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you do sign up specifically with my link down there, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on all deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit, say, $4,000, they're going to give you $400 on the spot to start trading with. And whatever profit you make from that is completely yours and no strings attached. It's literally an opportunity to make free gains during the bull market. And I think that the platform's amazing. They've been around for a very long time and are constantly making upgrades. So if you do want to check that out, go check out that BTCC link down below. Now, looking at Shiba Inu, let's kind of take a quick look at what's been happening so you can get a more in-depth understanding of why what we are seeing right now is so important. So as many of you know, what we have been tracking over the last couple weeks and months has been the breakout from this descending channel that eventually turned into the inverse head and shoulders. I've told you all rather consistently, these are two majorly bullish structures, majorly bullish patterns that if they are fully executed on and broken out of, I think we're going to see them lead Shib's price up towards 3.7, 4, 4.5 levels. I think that push upwards is very possible. You know, it's funny, whenever we were talking about this breakout of this inverse head and shoulders back here, I told everyone, like, hey, listen, I think we might see Shib's price push another 80% to 140% to the upside as a result of these breakouts. And there were so many skeptical people, I guess just because of this pullback that had been happening. They were like, no, Shib's dead, it never pumps, this happens every time, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know, it feels like that's likely. And what you can see here is that since then, Shib has been systematically making its move to that exact breakout zone that we've been talking about for the last couple weeks. You see, what happened with Shib's price is that it broke above this green zone. This green zone is what I called the breakout box, right? This is which is a little bit confusing, but it's the box that we needed to break out of. This was the goal. This was the target. If Shib's price could break this resistance level and flip it into some support, I've been well under the belief that this foundation, this support here would be more than enough to get us towards the breakout zone itself. And what you can see is that as Shib's price did start breaking above this green box, we started to get this little bullish pennant in which we were tracking. And I told you all, hey, bullish pennants usually break upwards. Be on the lookout. Maybe this is the moment. And well, what do you know? Shib's price starts breaking out, comes back down, flips the bullish pennant from resistance to support, and is now using that support to go upwards. But as this price is going upwards, we are starting to notice that it's giving us some weird price movement, right? I mean, if you just were to remove everything and just look at this, you would look at this and be like, what is it doing? Like, what are these little wicks? And then we get the close, and then we get this bearish candle, and then we come back down. Like, what is going on here? And today I want to talk about what's actually happening right here, why I think that this is a very important moment, and why if you do add a little bit more data on this chart, you can see why if we do clear this little moment that we're in right now, I think Shib's going to absolutely push. I think it's going to push all the way up towards that 3.8 level, and I think we could get that 15 to 20% move to officially hit our breakout zone like we've been talking about for a few weeks. So now that you have a good understanding of what's been going on, let's kind of dive a little bit more into what's happening now and what we can expect next. Now, we'll give you a little bit of a warning before we go into what we're going to really focus on today. Some of the things that I am going to talk about in today's video will be a little bit complicated or complex, especially if you're new. So if you are a beginner who's just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, or maybe you're more advanced but you're just trying to add more tools to your toolbox, all that I ask of you, if you're someone who's simply just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, is that you stick around to the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'm going to tell you all about what we're doing over in the Discord server right now, whether it's the insights that we're providing, the buy and sell signals, the courses, the classes, the live stream, the exclusive content. All of these things coming together are generating our community hundreds of percentages and gains every single day. So if you want to be somebody who is elevating at a very fast rate, learning a bunch of lessons, using those lessons to develop strategies that then turn into real life gains, again, all that I ask specifically from you is that you just stick around until the end of the video. So moving into Shib, okay, what is going on right now? That's kind of the big question. What is happening right here? Well, it's actually pretty clear. And in order for me to show you, all I need to do is just literally remove everything for a second. So we're going to remove everything off the chart, and I'm going to go out to the weekly time frames, and then I'm going to take my Fibonacci tool and show you exactly what's happening. At this exact moment that Shib's price is starting to go sideways and give us all that weird price movement, you can see what is really happening. You know how we talk about that gold zone all the time, and that the gold zone is extremely important because if you can break through the gold box, it opens that door for a huge move upwards. Well, Shib's price is now running into the top of it. Shib, for the very first time in months, is hitting the top side of this box, currently set at 3344, and is deciding whether or not it's going to be able to clear it. And at this given point, what I will actually say is it's giving it a damn good fight, because you know what usually happens? What usually happens is you run to the top of this box and immediately get rejected, kind of like what we saw right here, but if it just continued all the way down. But what's happening is that the bulls are consistently pushing into the top side of it, pushing into the top side of it over and over and over again. And I'm under the belief that the more times you press into a level like this during a bull market, the more likely you are to eventually break it. And it doesn't mean that it's going to break it right now. It could very well do something like this and then go back up there, but it is a very good sign that we're not seeing that immediate rejection. And I'm under the belief that if we do see Shib's price finally break through this level, this line, this stupid little aggravating level that it's been getting rejected at, that's the last really major point of resistance between us and our goal. Of course, again, our goal is getting into this breakout zone. This is where we've been trying to get to for a very long time, and it's the 375 level roughly. And if we're able to clear this resistance point, which again, this is the top of the gold box right here, if we can clear that, it's wide open skies, guys. I mean, it's very likely that Shib's price immediately starts pushing up, and we finally accomplish our breakout into the breakout zone, putting in some gains. I mean, we're talking gains that we've conquered of 80%, 90%, 100%, all because of recognizing this breakout zone from these structures way down here. And so realistically, now is not the time to be fading Shib. Now is not the time to be ignoring it and not paying attention to it. It's actually quite the opposite. I would say it's more important now than ever to be watching what's happening at this key level of resistance, whether or not we can break it or not, because that will truly determine, in my opinion, if we're going to hit this breakout zone anytime soon and how far up Shib's price can actually go. Because realistically, I mean, you guys have to remember, when a crypto is capable of clearing its golden zone, right? From a macro perspective, let's just get rid of everything. When a crypto is capable of breaking through this golden zone, it opens the door to Fibonacci extensions. That opens the door for Shib's price to hit that, we could be looking at the 6.9 levels. We could be looking at the 115 levels. I mean, we could be looking at Shib's price setting up another 100 to 250% in gains from here as a result of breaking this gold box. And so, I mean, yeah, obviously the breakout zone is cool and all, topping out around that 4.8 level, but it can be even further than that. Things could get even bigger than that. And I'm not talking immediately, right? I'm not saying it's just going to do this. It would take some time, and we may have to pull back a couple of times and do whatever, but that door would be wide open. And I do think it's a door that Shib's price will try to walk through, especially if we go into some altcoin season. And so because of that, I think right now, it's not just some random price movement that we're seeing that you shouldn't be paying attention to. No, we need to be watching this like a hawk. Personally, I'm not buying any Shib right now. I'm not selling any Shib right now. I'm just leaving it alone. I'm going to leave it alone until we can see what decision Shib's price makes at this key level of resistance. Because what does happen right here is going to truly determine, in my opinion, where Shib's price can go, not only just for the next couple of days, but we might be talking for the next few weeks. Because if it gets rejected, now we're dealing with the risk of a freaking head and shoulders pattern right here. We're dealing with all types of weird stuff to the downside. But if it breaks it, now we could be looking at 200% gains to the upside. So since it's such a crazy difference of, to the upside or the downside, depending on what happens here, again, I'm just going to sit back and watch. And as this does get closer to playing out, and as this does start to, of course, get closer and closer to happening, I'll be sitting here updating you every single day. I love what we're seeing from Shib here. I think we're in a fantastic spot to finally it's going to feel so rewarding to see it hit this breakout zone, which is a level we've been tracking since way down here. So of course, I'll continue to update you as this all does play out, but the best thing that you can do right now is watch this 335 level like an absolute hawk, because it's going to make all the difference in the world. And don't forget, guys, if you are someone who is simply just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, I want you to check out that Discord server down below. Now, in order to get access to the server, you're going to have to check out that Patreon link down below. And guys, it is the cost of a Netflix subscription every month or cheaper, either $17 a month or $5 a month. But what comes with it is absolutely insane. I mean, you're going to get insights with Tyler, which it's my own personal feed, my thoughts, my insights, things that I'm buying and selling, changes to my portfolio, my advice and guidance about things I'm seeing in the market, and much more. You're going to get daily technical analysis reports on all the different cryptos we cover here on the channel, fundamental analysis every morning on the market itself. I've hired 2 teams of professional traders to give their buy and sell signals every day that they're trading. And you got to think, these are people whose businesses, their livelihoods rely on them making good trades, and they're going to be posting their trades here in the server exclusively for you guys. We have exclusive live shows. We have, of course, if we go over to announcements, just recently announced the launch of Crypto Vault Live, which is going to be a 30-minute show every morning, Monday through Friday, going over the market, what's happening in the news, and much more to get you super updated on what's happening in this crazy crypto world. We have premium classes on things like the Fibonacci, strategies, the Bollinger Bands, bull market investing, live workshops on things like, a beginner's guide to XRP Ripple with one of our coaches, Crypto Atlas. We have beginner's courses on things like leverage trading, on things like technical analysis. Guys, these are 30-minute long videos, 20-page presentations. You're getting vocabulary, you're getting cheat sheets, you're getting all the stuff that you'll need to really start learning how all this stuff works. There's tips with Tyler, in which these are little 2 or 3 minute long videos, just going over random things like taking profits, setting up certain settings, just things like that. And then, of course, there are premium questions, which is a chat in which premium members can go in and ask a question to myself or one of the 5 coaches and get that thing answered as soon as possible. And as a result of all of this value that we're providing, guys, all of the workshops, all of the classes, we are seeing hundreds of percentages. Well, in this case, thousands of percentages. Shout out to this guy putting in a 6,000% gains. But of course, we can see hundreds of percentages being printed every single day. I mean, this is just yesterday, guys. Hundreds of percentages. So if you want to be one of these people who are learning these lessons, using these lessons to build your strategy, and using that strategy and turning it into real life money, real life profit, real life gains, hundreds of percentages of gains, then go down to the link in the description below. Again, go check out that Discord server, because it is the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, which in my opinion is just a crazy good deal. So as per usual, feel free to check that out if you do want. And don't forget, I do post 4, 5, 6, 7 videos here on the channel every single day. So if you have been enjoying them, don't forget to smash that like button, turn on those notifications when you do subscribe so you never miss one of these updates. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.